All right. Uh, just to clarify what happened, I messed up the camera angle of this frame, right? Oops, sorry. So yeah, let me show the full sequence. There's this. He goes and he lands on the wing of this F-35, and then the pilot talks to him, and it happens that he knows the pilot, right? Then there's this really cool shot that I still need to work on of him on the F-35 wing. This really cool sunset shot thing. And then the pilot plays with him. He does a quick turn and he falls off the wing. Then they have a little talk. That's the full sequence of this. It's just a quick sequence, just to play along with all the flight mechanics and just to show an F-35 because I think that is a really cool plane. Anyway, I need to make a few fixes, especially in this frame in here, because this frame, unfortunately, is very wrong. Because as you can see, the camera is positioned behind the pilot, right, in an over-the-shoulder fashion. But Butch is currently visible on the frame, which is extremely wrong. Because as you can see, the camera will be pointing. Look at my mouse, okay? The camera will be pointing like this, right, on that frame. As you can see, it's pointing like towards the front, like that in this angle, right? The camera would be positioned in here, pointing towards like that. See, kind of like that, but inside the plane, of course. But you can see that this is very wrong because the wing is not visible at this angle. Let me take a better model of the insides of the plane. Just a second. Um, yeah, maybe that one will help me. Okay. Yeah, that one is good. So let me explain. The camera in my drawing was positioned kind of like that, right, inside the plane. And Boomer was visible in this area, which is very wrong. For Boomer to be visible, the angle needs to be this one right here. See? The wing is far back on the plane, so we need to make that fix, right? So basically, I just opened a new file and then I'm drawing a very pixelated version just to kind of make the frame out. So here's the head of the pilot, the body of the pilot, and then Boomer, right? Those are the focal points. Then the wing of the jet, and then the front part of the jet is foreshortened because the camera is inside the plane. Then I will work on, right? I even use this as reference. Let me just a roof idea. What is happening in that angle, right? Yeah, that's the angle I want. So perfect. Let me just put this to the side real quick. Yeah. It'll be kind of like that. This is that part of the plane, right? The camera is positioned in here. So that's the vanishing point, right? Then you have this part of the plane in here, very foreshortened, with a extremely distorted perspective. Maybe the wing should end just a little before that. I think that's good enough. Of course, the frame will cut most of this, right? The frame will cut more or less in here. And then in here, maybe, like that. Just a little bit below. All right, the framing is way better now. See, you should always use reference. Should just make this to end a little bit before that. This. And this will also be a little shorter. Like in here, maybe. Like that. Like that. Yeah. So now I believe will be accurate, right? A little more accurate than before, actually. Oops. I still feel like the frame is... This should be a little bit here. Like that. Yeah, that's better. So this will be my frame. I feel like the pilot should be a little bigger too. I don't know. I don't want to occlude. Yeah, I think there's no other way but to occlude this part of the wing. Maybe like that. Is that right? Maybe. No, I don't know. Maybe just a little bit bigger. Yeah, I feel like this is better. This will be the pilot, right? He will be like looking kind of over the shoulder, but the angle is now right, and the anatomy of the plane is also right, I guess. This should be more like that. All right. I'll make a quick render, right? Just to put the horizon and whatnot. Let's put a line here. Reduce the opacity. Like that. That being the horizon. That being the sky. Like that. Everything that is part of the plane will have a darker value. More or less like this. And the pilot should be a little lighter, I guess. Especially in that part, because that part is like being lit by the sun. Like this and this. Jesus. Wait. Yeah, that's better. That's what I wanted. It can be more strongly lit by the sun. Like that. Especially because this is a reflexive surface, because it's the helmet. Right, that will be way better. Of course, I'll make this sky and the environment a little darker, so I can put the highlights on the glass, right? Except from that for that line in the horizon, that line is usually lighter. And now I can come with the reflexes in the glass like this. Maybe the camera should be inside the plane, but how am I going to do this work? It's very hard. I think this is better. Maybe this. And I don't know, man. Yeah, this is better. This is a very rough thumbnail. I start to make better decision making right now that I will put details. I should have done this way previously actually. And it doesn't happen because it doesn't help because the wind shield is kind of opened this version. But I'll position the camera kind of inside the plane like that. All right, so shit, I'll need to increase the amount of details, especially in that part, because see, there is a huge portion of the frame that is composed by this huge thing. If I want the camera to be inside of the plane, that would need to be the case. Like that, yeah. I need to show this squared thing like that. Yeah, that's better. Right. And of course his hand, right? He needs to be like making a hand sign for him. Maybe like that. Oh no, I don't want to include this part. Shit. What do I do? I'll need to lower his head, lower his shoulder, show a little bit of the top of the plane, like that. Now I can put his hand in here, and it'll be fine, I guess. Yeah, that's good. That'll be way better. Maybe I do uh some equipment, some doesn't have a. I need to see a footage of the glass closed later, just to see what will be on top here. But I think there's nothing on top. I think it's just the glass, right? That's about it. I want to make a clear sip. It looks like he was giving a finger. It looks like a cool hand sign, maybe a hang loose like this. Make a few clouds in the distance, and that's it. All right, let's amplify the size. Let's increase the size. You already have the main composition in place. Let's increase gradually, maybe like that. Hell yeah, let's go. Wait, maybe I should flatten out so I can easily color pick. And of course, I want to keep a kind of like a backup of the previous one. So I'll come back a little bit, but I'll copy this. So copy this. Oops, now I'm going to like come back. What I did, oops, not too much. And I need to flatten out. Flatten out with this. Then I'll flatten out with this. I have like, yeah, perfect. And now I can color pick as well. And I can do this as well if I want to like soften out things just so I can visualize it better with Pareidolia. I feel like I should see a reference of what a helmet of a jet pilot looks like. I'll do this. I'll do exactly that. Jet pilot helmets. Pilot helmet is better. Pilot helmet. This one's good. Yeah, this one looks good. Just see if I can find someone that's something that looks way cooler. This one is good too. This one's very, very interesting. This one looks a little bit too sci-fi. I don't know. What would be a realistic one? Maybe I should search like for F-35 pilot helmet, maybe. F-35 pilot helmet. I don't think this. Yeah. Let's just search for F-35 pilot. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. All right. This one seems good. Seems to be the one that I'm looking for. Ooh, that's cool. It has this big forehead stuff. I like this cartoonish version. It may help me. Yeah, this cartoonish version will definitely help me. Just to, I always like caricatures of things because it helps you understand the most important details, and especially in the silhouette. Yeah. All right. By the way, where this thing is connected? Oh, okay, it's in his pocket. Okay. Might be some oxygen thing. This model is so cool. I really like this model. Here we go. It's kind of similar already. I just need to make this forehead to be bigger. That's Mike. Hey, Mike. He looks like a Power Ranger. No, it doesn't look like a. It looks more like an insect, an ant, or something like that. It's crazy. Dude, as technology progresses, our armors are getting very alien looking. I think if aliens invaded Earth at a point we are right now technologically, we may stood a chance, you know. Hmm. A very, very, very strong white as the highlights like that to emphasize how reflexive the surface is. And the silhouette really has this gap here because there's a really big mass like this. I need to account for the lighting that is coming from that side, right? Oops, that side like this. The sun, right, isn't this side. Let's put a very pure black to make these details in here like that. It's already looking way cooler than what I did before. It's an improvement, definitely. I need to make this part of the mouth a little bit more pointy because it will connect. And there's a little ball in here like this. It's kind of hard to do it with pixels, but if I can solve it with pixels, making a high resolution would be very easy. That's what I like, pixels. Yeah, it's already looking very good. And sci-fi, although it's very modern too. I like this balance between the modern and the sci-fi. I prefer much more the aesthetics of current existing technology than the aesthetics of sci-fi fictional things like cyberpunk stuff. I think our reality is already complex enough for things to look very cool without you need to invent a bunch of things. You can just go realistic and it will look way cooler. Especially because you don't need to actually think about design that works because reality already handles that, right? Everything in here has an actual function. It has real function. You don't need to invent new problems in order to make your designs look cool. The real life designs already are solving real problems. They're realistic, and that's why it looks so good. Let's draw this thing in here going down like this. Yeah. His clothing has a lot of folds on it. Like it's a t-shirt with a lot of folds and equipment, and where he wears a very big glove. But let's see. This part actually doesn't have folds because it has something else on top of it, like that. I should do a highlight in here to specify that it's a material different than tissue. And maybe put some small details to specify that it has pockets on it, like that. Like some vertical highlight lines that identify, specify detail that is protuberant to that surface. Like that. This is good. It's very abstract, but it's good. That's the point. Is keeping abstract things as long as possible. Right now, I'm going to draw the folds on the tissue. Maybe here it's where it ends because of the glove. And of course, the sun will be lighting this arm at some extent, I guess. Right? This whole side of the body will be lit, and this arm is included. Let's zigzag to wait. Let me improve the zigzagging pattern. So do this, and I connect in here. Yeah. Let's draw a cast shadow in here. I don't know. I'm just making shapes at this point without thinking too much. I mean, who am I one to trick? I'm thinking a lot. I'm overthinking a lot more than I should be. But it's okay. I'm having fun. That's what it matters in the end, I guess. He's wearing a kind of a, I don't know what this is, but I know there's a V shape in here that's darker. And I'm trying to exemplify, to signalize this too here in my drawing. Oops. Let's put a shadow in here. Make his arm to come out from the shadow. I think this will give a cool look. Now, of course, I need to balance excess of detail with merging shapes is very important. That's the thing. To merge shapes. Right? I remember that this was part of. Wait, let me look at the original. Yeah, it's just getting way better. Put more details in here, like that. Being lit by the sun. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's come back for the reference of the jet. Where's the jet? Oh shit, I think I lost it. It was around here. Oh, look. Is this an F-35? Yeah. Is it with closed cabin? I don't know. Should be. Hmm. No, the cabin's open. Jesus. Look, a caricature of the F-35. This one is not very aerodynamic. Aerodynamic, sorry. Is this with... No. Oh, come on. Oh, it's because of this. Is with pilot in the name. Shouldn't be. Let me try to find an interior that is closed. It's very hard though. I think this one... F-35, okay. Okay. Ooh, that's way... Oh, what happened? Wait, where's the... I lost it. I need to refresh the page. The page. Wait. Don't make subtle movements. Move it very carefully and slowly. All right. Oh, careful. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just turn to the other side. Can I do that? All right. Let's just position the camera inside of the cabin real quick. Okay, that's interesting. Oops, just push it here like that. Oh, wait, what? No, it's not what I wanted. No. Yeah, don't change it too much. That's good enough. Maybe just a little bit here so I can take that. Yeah, that part of the wing. That's what I want. Great. I need to make something with this arm. Maybe reduce the size. Yeah. Find a good gesture. Sorry. I do that sometimes. I feel like his arm would be occluded. Just a second. Let me take all of this. His arm will be partially occluded by this part of the plane that is on the front, right? The panel. Like that. Let me just push that a little bit like this. So this will give me way more space to put things. Just like that. I think this can go off of the frame. Okay. Boomer is right there. Let me remove this. Let me make it this softer. I also think this part of the plane will be more like that, but not too much. Make Boomer on top of the wing like this. And the wing will be, I need to be very careful with the hand right now. Maybe I should lower his hand and make his arm to be more relaxed. Like that. Push this to here like this. Yeah. And his arm will be fully like downwards like this. Bend, right? Bending his arm like that. Bring it closer, a little bit closer. his shoulders should be wider. This. I should draw the silhouette of the seat like that. Yeah, this will be correct. A little bit more correct at least. This and this. This will be over by here, but this little thing will continue because this is the metal bar that supports the seat. And just like that, the drawing is being improved by a lot. That thing would be a straight line, a huge straight line that crosses the whole composition. Just like that. Yep. Exactly like that. It's just oops. The music is off. Let me put another music. Uh wait, let's hear this. I like this turbine. All right, this is already looking interesting. Started to look way better than what I did before. Oh, another thing, I need to ensure that, yeah, the horizon is way above the wing. The horizon will be more or less in here, so that's correct too. Let's even put the wing. But I will use viewpoint in which the wing is to make this little angle in here, because I think this is important for the design of the airplane, right? Let's make a clear separation between the guy's thumb and the wing, of course. What was supposed to be this? I don't know. Let's just remove this. Yeah, it's better. Making the horizon, applying a little bit of texture in the sky is always a good idea. Let's see the before and after. Oh, look at this. Let's make it wider, reference wider, so I can see what else would be able to see. Yeah, basically the two wings of the plane will be perfectly symmetrical compared to the pilot. So you'll see this little symmetry in here. Just like that. I wouldn't be able to do this if I had looked at reference previously while I was doing the thing, right? But no, I decided to do everything by myself, everything by my own head. I ended up sacrificing the accuracy of the airplane I was drawing. But now I learned. And the next time I will draw an airplane like this, I'll be using these informations. By the way, drawing a plane on that angle also helps me because now I have information, for example, that the wings are far behind the cabin, right? This information seems obvious, but as you could see, previously I didn't account for that, right? Is these little obvious bit of informations that ended up making a huge difference in your understanding of things in the end, right? And it's a type of information that you only truly grasp when you do it, when you try to do it yourself. So now every time I'm going to draw an F-35 or any jet for that matter, I will put the wings far back the cabin line, right? So I learned a new thing doing this. I think it's now part of my visual library, the very information that the cabin of a jet like this is far behind the wings. And this contributes a lot to the silhouette. Check this out. You have the body of the airplane, the cabin right here, right? And then you have both wings like this. And the wings kind of merge in the back with the propellers and the two. You have like those two extra wings in the back too, right? Like that. Then the propellers and the two little things. All right, so there you go. Here's my visual library. I drew this based on the new information I acquired. Didn't even had to look at reference, and that's how you learn how to draw. Right? That's perfect. Here we go, let's keep going. I'm going to draw the two wings in the back. I feel like, yeah. I left 1 pixel between the seat and the wing, the back wing, just to make the silhouette to pop out. Right. There's a slight angle. Actually, there's a huge angle. Let me fix that. There's an actual big angle between. I don't think I can keep this gap, can I? Yeah, I can. I can. It's actually there is a huge gap in here. This is getting very interesting. Let me draw the other wing too, because I feel like the space kind of allows it. Let me see. Oh my god, the reference. Let me put the crit on this side of the screen. Now I have a very limited. Oh god, damn it! Why? Why you did this? Seriously. Oops. Let's just check out the quality of the stream. If everything's good, the mic's good, and I still streaming alright. Keep going. Excuse me. Oh. Alright. There is actually like the silhouette of this thing is very limited like that. And then you have something like that, see? Now it's looking interesting. Where's the wing, by the way? Wasn't supposed the wing to... Wasn't the wing supposed to appear on that angle? The other wing? Oh. I know, I'll put it because I know it's symmetrical, right? But I starting to feel like he is in the wrong spot. Yeah, the wing needs to be way lower. The horizon in here. Let me just follow up. And this swing needs to be far lower. And his hand needs to go along with it too. Unless I change the angle. Well, let's go. I'll make my best to kind of fit both the hand and him in here. I'll change the angle a little bit, maybe. No, this is worse. It needs to be the opposite, actually. All right. would his head be so above the horizon? Let me check out. Yeah, it's very above the horizon actually. Well, I think the horizon is in the right place then, like that. And of course, the wing needs to be much lower. Would the other wing appear? Because there's two. No, no, it will not. Definitely not. I'm already seeing that it don't. Just a tiny, tiny bit of the wing you can see in here, right here. But yeah, it's not relevant. Whatever. What is this, by the way? These two cat ears in here. I don't know. I would just respect it for now because I don't want to like change the angle of reference of the reference. But I want to catch more details. I'll lower this panel thing just to show more of this, the line of the cabin, right? The limits of the cabin. And the arm, his arm for that matter too. Like that. I kind of like this blurred thing, blurred detail in the front. Kind of gives like this camera effect, you know? Kind of cool. He is alive, as you can grasp already. Seems like he's alive. Oh, wait. a better idea. Do that. Oops. Yeah. Just reduce the opacity and do this. Make this gradient between the sky and the horizon. There is one pattern that you can realize between the horizon and the sky is that the sky is darker, but it gets lighter towards the horizon. And then there is the horizon as a very, very dark line that crosses it and it's a sharp edge. And then from the horizon on, you get this clarification. Things start to get a little bit clearer, you know? Have a gradient that goes. You can use this pattern on reflexes too, because at the end of the day, cameras are actually reflexes, right? Everything that we see are reflexes. So this is a pattern that is very common on reflexive surfaces. I feel like there should be a bigger space in here. The wing should be even lower, like this. Yeah, this is better. This can already work as a standalone pixel art, I guess. It's good because it has a lot of space for the dialogues in here on the top. I'll put a dialogue balloon in here, like that, and another in here. That's even better. I like that. I like that. Hell yeah. And let's draw the other wing in here, of course. Let's just take the exact spot just for symmetry. Like that. It's great. All right, I can upscale more. And we start to put the actual details in here. Let's just make the silhouette of the... This is better. All right. It's actually rounded, right? It's a little bit rounded. Especially in here. You see this little angle like that for the seat. And then you see those two cat ears that I still don't know what it is. But I'll put it anyway. Just in case. Actually... Oh, no. There's an angle in here, right? It's actually kind of like that. Check this out. This goes up a little bit. It's very subtle. Yeah. Do the same thing on this side. That's better. Now what else should I do? Let's do this little thing in here on the top that I don't know what it is. Let's increase it height of this seat. Let's do this little thing that I don't know what it is. All right. What else? What else should I do? There's a little thing in here, like, wait. I need to push it even more to the back. Like that. And now I can put this thing in here like this. It seems to be lower. That. All right. Okay. Let's now start to upscale it. I think it's time just to clean up a few things. Look how much we was able to solve just in one upscale. Right. I feel like I feel like I'm working kind of like an AI if you think about it, like a diffusion model, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's some value to the to this method. Who knows? But this is just called thumbnail. It's a technique as old as time. All right. All right. Let's upscale this and let's see the difference. Wow. Let's keep going. I'll upscale one more time, see what happens. I'm gonna create another layer and then I'll upscale everything at the same time. Just select the framing. Here we go. Oop. Don't do that. Here we go. And then here I'll start to actually put even more fine details, right? Increasing the resolution even more. Oh, I didn't put the cat ears. Whatever, I guess. Let's just see what this is. Huh. It looks like actual cat ears. What the fuck? I wonder what is the function of this detail. Maybe the engineers just went like, nah, that would be kawaii. Let's just put this thing in here. I'll make the pilot to look like a kawaii the zoo anime jet pilot. Alright, now I can give proper space between his finger and the ears. But of course, let's not just change. In fact, let me do something because I feel like I want the pixelated version to work on. I don't want this blurred version. I don't like work like that. Although it's not that bad, is it? Yeah, maybe I'll work it this way this time. Whatever. Just to give some hard edges, and in the parts where I don't work on, it would just be like soft edge, which is not a bad thing, right? It's better than pixelated, I guess. Let me see if the live is going well. Yeah, it is going well. Let's just keep going. This will be a little bit more work. So just put the reference of the helmet to start on. What was the reference of the helmet? It's around, yeah, no, it's not that one. I used this cartoonish chibi version of a Yes, this one. Let's see. All right, let's just go. Let's keep moving on. Of course, I will bring this here. This is already looking so good. I'll actually start using layers maybe. Maybe I should create a group, right? How do I create groups? Here, group layer here. Put this in here. And then I will just start working on the details. Giving proper design to everything. I'll give him a face, like a cool face, right? It's just to be like similar to that Saitama drawing made by Murata that I think it's so fucking badass. Take a look at this. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, it's not on the guy. I will not change. I'll not mess with the browser, so the live stream doesn't get all messy. But I won't lose time on this right now. I'll just make this for now, and then I'll work on the helmets on the actual stuff, right? There's a texture to it. It's interesting. I don't know if I can replicate this texture, but it's. I'll just do some indications because it's a very interesting thing. I just noticed there's a texture that goes like this on the helmet. That not a texture, it's actually a pattern, like a painting job or something like that. I don't know, but it's very interesting. It's shiny like that, right? It has some. It's a shiny surface, but at the same time, it has this underneath painting job that is very interesting. All right. Remember what I said about the horizon line? having a similar pattern. Check this out. I'll try to do it. I won't be like, ha, check this out, because it might be very, very bad, but I'll try to do it anyway. Basically, you will replicate the pattern that you see in the helmet, like following the surface of the helmet, right? Like that. Then you have this very dark edge, right? The horizon, but then you start to slowly bring it to a more lighter version as you get closer, right? Like this. You'll make a gradient that goes from dark to light with a soft edge, right? Like this. And then you do the same thing in the sky, but oppositely. You start on the lighter part, and then you start to make a gradient to the dark. That is replicating the pattern that you see in the sky. Then you can even, like, for example, you see this reflection of that part of the helmet. You can just do it too. See? How beautiful this looks, right? I actually nailed it. This is getting beyond cool already. Wow. That reflex in the helmet was, oof, the icing in the cake. I even like explore other things like overlay mode. What about that? Nah. I mean, it's got, ooh, 2 times overlay mode. Well, why is blue though? I'm feeling like it has some blue hints. I'm liking this. I'm having fun. Yeah. But for some reason, I think there is something that kind of broke this illusion, and it is this white edge I placed there. I don't like that. Let me see if I can remove this. All right, it's better. I need to. I just redo this darker gradient on the edge. All right, let's go again. Let's put very dark, pure black, then go on the edge like that, making kind of a coarse shadow, and then grading it to dark. normal mode, and then we reduce the opacity just a little bit. Actually, in normal mode, but huh, okay, I like that. Oh, wait, I just copy merged, and then I see what I do from that. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think that's the best I'll be able to do. Shit, I'm overthinking. Okay, let's keep going. Let's just flat everything up and keep going. Okay. Looks like an astronaut a little bit. It's interesting because this thing is actually connected in here, see? This air thing, I guess, is a tube, air tube. Now I can give more texture to this tube, which is good. I put like a extra object just to break the texture in here, just an interesting thing. Keep keep going on with the texture. Great. Great, great, great. I like that. I put some highlights in the tube just to emphasize the texture even more. That. Great. This is already looking so fucking badass. I love doing these things, man. It's so cool. It's instant dopamine for me. I did a truck, like a truck wreck, if you can say that. Wreck is for ships, right? But yeah, a truck destroyed, right? I used the same method. You can see it is on my Instagram. Let me just check out if I'm filming it. Yeah, I'm still filming it. Great. All right. Let me put on other music. Where's it? Wait, what? What happened? I could have swear that. Oh, let me put some. Put this right here. Might be good. Great, good for you. Vou pra você. Licença. Here we go. Let's see the before and after. See how this technique is powerful? I even, look, there is something about the design of this thing that I think I missed. See how it has this forehead on my initial design? I want to keep that. Don't need to change a lot, just the overall silhouette like that. Yeah, that's better. See? Let's keep putting details on this quote-unquote headphone of his. Giving some form too, with the shading. visual noise, a little bit of visual noise in here, just to apply some texture. No need to understand everything, but that's why visual noise exists, to fill the gaps. I always like to put a slightly edge like this to make things more clear. I feel like the connection. Oh, okay, I understood that. This is something I needed to understand. For that piece, it's like that. I say that you don't need to understand everything. Well, I not want to understand that. It's like a small holder for that part of the helmet. I think this is very interesting, very tactical. So I want to include this detail as well. Actually, I would just put a very small highlight in here, like this. And of course, I won't lose the opportunity to make this little texture. This is looking so fucking badass. By the way, I'll post on Instagram that I'm live. Is there anyone watching me right now? It will be really difficult to see the chat, but I think people would like to hear me and I don't know. So I'll share on Instagram that I'm live. I'm just doing that just for people to see that this is not AI and whatnot. But I think people like watching it. But I don't know if anyone will see me. It's 5 in the morning, so whatever. I will not do anything. I don't I don't have a very usual sleeping schedule. My sleeping schedule is all over the place. I'll not even post on Instagram. If people want to watch this later, they can do it. I won't bother people at this time in the morning. Dude, Yusuke Murata do something like this in the paper. Imagine that. He doesn't use pixels, he doesn't use this type of bullshit. He just goes straight on. Imagine doing that. The man's is a fucking monster. I feel that as I get older, I starting to value texture a little bit more. The tactile feeling of things. The tactile things. I don't know how to speak that word, but you know, texture. The feeling that things have. You know, when that quote that your tongue knows how everything feels like. Yeah, that's texture, I guess. I guess you can use this in drawing too. Kim Jong-gi used to say that you need to make things to feel as real as it can guess, like so real you can smell it. That's what he used to say. So maybe that's the thing too. If you can feel it with your tongue. The progression. Hell yeah. Maybe I should do this circle in here a little bit bigger. A little bit to the middle like that. All right. Let's pass to the body, right? Start making the body. There's this bodysuit right here. He has a shoulder plates. That's the word I was searching for. Shoulder plates. You can kind of see his skin through the suit if you. I mean, yeah, this is a chibi, right? His skin's a little bit different, but I'm worried about the proportions now because this is a chibi and I'm I'm drawing the helmet as if it was a chibi, but if this thing right here can be very big actually. Oh Jesus, now I need to look up. Shit, I, what the fuck I'm doing? All right, F-35 pilot. Yeah, see, the proportions were uh, more or less. There's this one too that kind of obeys the same proportion. Let's see. We'll see. More or less, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I'm glad. Wouldn't need to change too much. But just for... Can I have, like, an actual full-size, normal, regular pilot? Just for me to see a reference on the clothing and whatnot? Whatever, I'll be using this one still. Who cares? Maybe his hand should be in here, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. No, it is not right. I don't know, man. How do uh, you kind of when you do this? I'm doing right now, by the way. Your hand kind of shifts, so the pinky kind of points towards you. Maybe you can do it with like that. Yeah, but it needs to be kind of like that. I don't know. I think it's best the way it was. I need to push just a little bit so the silhouette is not affected like that. I mean, the silhouette gets clearer, right? Sorry, I do this sometimes. For some reason, this calms me down, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he should be doing another sign, maybe a peace sign like that. It's more recognizable, right? And I can like push it more like this. I don't know. And if the thumb needs to be closed for the sign to work best. Yeah. All right. That's good. That's better. The sign is more recognizable now. Is that a better place in the composition? I feel like. Now I'm thinking about the hang loose again. No. I feel like a hang loose it fits more the character, right? Of the character of Boomer, because he's more like he looks a lot like a surfer kind of guy. For some reason, I think this hand works a little bit better. For some reason, I don't know why. It's all messy and blurred. But there's something to this hand that is better to this one. I don't know what it is, but I will just bring it again. Uh, yeah, here, copy. Then I go in here and paste it, and then bring it here and see. Yeah, the silhouette is better too. Yeah. This is very, very good. Let me put the music again. Sorry, I'm going to the bathroom just real quick. I'll be back. Ah, Hi, I'm back. Oh, let's see what we would listen now. Whoa, that music is old. 9 years. I mode. I'm almost 30 years old. I'm 27, by the way. Getting old. Let's put this focused. Yeah, focus. Let's put this. Something fundamentally wrong that I cannot wrap my head around. I think it has something to do with the case of the jet. And I think it is maybe it has something to do with the perspective. Because I don't I really wanted that sense of confinement. But for some reason I'm not having that. And I don't know exactly why is this. Maybe I should reduce the size of the frame, that's why. Let me just cut this, right? Like that. If I cut as much as I can in this side, I'll even cut that wing. I just suggest, let's not cut that wing for now, let's just cut the surrounding area. Like that. Like that. Let's see how it goes. I'll just, instead of actually cutting, I'll just paint this whole area white. Because then I can come back if anything, you know? So just I'll put it outside. Everything. And just... Oh, that's not the right shade of white. What the fuck? Is this the right shade of white? Let me see. Come on. Just select the color. Are you dumb? Fucking dumb. What the fuck? That's weird. That wasn't in my plans. What is happening? Oh, I see. Now it's correct. Okay. I still need to remove a little bit on the top. Maybe remove a little bit. Oops. In here too. I must not forget the balloons, right? Because there will be balloons, speaking balloons. And of course, this composition doesn't work anymore for a full page, right? Because of the cut. But it works as a panel for a animation. It works very well for animation. to improve the sense of confinement, I may even like bring this whole thing here. Just copy merge this thing. Just bring it to here like that. Wait. I don't know. I'll put it later. Whatever. Let's keep drawing. I'll make the horizon now. And for this, I just need to select the area in which the horizon will be. And paint it accordingly. Make it very sharp. Am I painting? I don't even know. I'm in the wrong layer. So dumb. I feel like I made a mess. Is this? Move layer. This too, and move layer. What the fuck? A bunch of unnecessary things. That's how the file starts to get messy. How is my stream? Let me see. Still filming? Great. Select again the horizon. Okay. Make the other more important things like the seats, the aircraft, like that. Feel like he will be casting a shadow on the seat. Make his coat too. Oh yeah, the cat ears. Remember the cat ears? Let me see the reference here, right? The kawaii the zoo ears of the jet. Just to make the pilot a little bit cuter. Where is this connected, by the way? It's on the very top of the seat. Oh, okay. Like the seat will be rounded on the bottom part too, like that. Hmm. It is very possible that if I raise the head of the pilot a little bit, it will seem more as if the pilot was confined in this space. Because the head of the pilot needs to be above of these little wings. This seems counterintuitive, but it is what I'm observing right now. So I'll try to do that. Let's just try to do that. First off, I'll just undo this thing that I did right here. I can try this. Let's see. But not the handle, it's just this whole structure right here. Including the seat as well. I think it helps. I think it does. I need to make a few changes, but nothing very big. It helps a lot. Yeah, this really adds to the feeling of confinement because now the head of the pilot is closer to the edge of the frame, the top edge of the frame, right? This helps a lot, a lot. All right. Perfect. Go. Keep going. Alright, I need to go full screen to work on this hand. Wait, this is making me very uncomfortable. And I need to mark the horizon once again. Let's go. One more pixel. One more pixel. Yeah, here we go. That's correct. All right. I should just bring everything down just to kind of balance this out with what I did before. Oops. Yeah, but it needs to be merged. That's for sure. Take all of this. Bring it down. Okay, I feel like it's way better now. Just one thing. I need to cut even more on that part, like that. Yeah. Crazy how this works. Hmm. I don't know. Better not to think too much about it, or I will just take bad decisions. Well, I see the problem. I see one problem actually. There's a bunch of problems. This needs to feel centralized. So I'll just put it in here. That yeah. Yeah, but I need to copy this, put it in here like that so I don't lose the helmet. Hmm. I think I'll just put it in the middle in here like that. All right. Now let's flat everything out and analyze that part like this. Yeah, it's better. And actually feeling like this wider version is even cooler now. It doesn't have such a sense of confinement anymore, but I don't know. At least I need to convey that there is a glass in here, right? Somehow. Oh wait, better do this in another layer because I'm not very confident. Yeah, this is better. Way better. Hmm. What a mess. All right. Let's put yet another margin in here on the bottom, like that. White as well. Yeah, perfect. Now I feel like I should change his silhouette of his shoulder so it's more. Just a second, I'm going. Let me check out the life first. Yes, I'll finalize the life for here. I think it's good enough. Then most of the process is already on set, and the video is getting very long, so whatever. Let's just finalize it. Bye bye.